Hey, Sarika here. Welcome to my morning routine series, your guide to creating intentional mornings that align with your purpose, faith, and goals. I'm excited to walk with you on this journey of building mornings that empower you to rise in excellence every single day. Hey, Sarika here. Welcome to part 3 of my morning routine series. The purpose of this series is to help you build intentional mornings that align with your purpose, faith, and goals, and to also empower you to finally be able to rise in excellence every single day. Before I dive into this week's video, I want to talk about something very important, but we tend to not do when we're building a morning routine, and that is having a set bedtime. If you wake up feeling grumpy, if you wake up feeling tired, my question to you is, are you getting enough sleep? If you're not getting enough sleep, you will wake up just feeling drained and you won't be excited for the day. Sleep is very important, and I want you to prioritize this. Your morning routine starts from the night before. It starts by you having a good night's rest and getting adequate hours of sleep that you need, that your body needs to function at your optimal best each day. I'm going to share with you a strategy that I use to ensure that I'm getting enough sleep. Step 1. Figure out how many hours of sleep you need to function at your best. Is it 7, 8, 9, or 10 hours? Whatever it is, figure that out. Step 2 is to determine what time you want to wake up. And then count backward the amount of time that you need to be rested and wake up feeling energized and ready for your day. For example, if you want to wake up at 5 a.m. and you need 7 hours of sleep, starting from 5, count backwards 7 times, and that will let you know what time you should be in bed by and be sleeping by. If you realize that you take some time to fall asleep, put an extra 30 minutes on it or even an hour. So if you're going to bed at, say, 8 p.m., start preparing for bed at 7 p.m. This will help you to get in sync and let your body know, hey, it's time for bed. And this will also create a bedtime routine for you, which will make it so much easier for you to fall asleep. Because once you start doing this, it's going to trigger your brain, and your brain is going to get it to say, hey, whenever I see X doing Y, I know it's time for bed. So this is how you can prep yourself to get more sleep so that you can wake up each day feeling energized and ready for the day. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you a morning routine idea. Let me ask you, are you struggling with information overload because you don't know what your morning routine should look like? Sis, I got you. I understand it. There is so much information on the internet and you want the perfect morning routine for you. Guess what? In today's video, I'll be sharing a simple morning routine idea that involves self-care, time with God, and gives you the time to get things done. If you have a lot on your to-do list and you feel so overwhelmed, you find yourself procrastinating and just don't know where to start, this morning routine idea is perfect for you. The morning routine idea that I'm going to share with you consists of 7 things. Let's dive into them. So step 1 is to make your bed. Whenever you wake up, make your bed first thing. The second step is to have a mini self-care. That could look like doing a facial, brushing your teeth, moisturizing your skin or your face, putting on your favorite lip gloss. Whatever self-care looks like for you, create a mini version of it that you can do every single morning. The third thing is to shower and get dressed for your day. I list these in this order because I realize that sometimes it can be a struggle to get out of bed. What I've learned is if I move immediately after waking up, I have a better chance to get up, and actually start my morning routine. After you have showered and get dressed for the day, the next step is to have devotion. Your devotion time will look different from others. And it will also look different based on the season that you're in and what God is doing in your life. Here's a little example of what your devotion time could look like. You could have prayer, read a portion of scripture for about 10 minutes, journal about what stood out to you. If you have any questions, cross-reference that you looked into, you could journal about that, write those down. You could also listen to your favorite worship playlist. I like to do that in the background. And at the end, you can just summarize from memory without looking on your paper what you studied, what you remembered, what you stood out to you, and then focus on that, because I believe the things that comes to mind, that's what the Lord wants you to pay attention to. The fifth thing is to put back your devotion supplies. I know it. I'm like, if you see my desk after I'm done having devotion, you would wonder what's happening. So I'm in the process of just building the habit of putting things back where I took them from. I actually created a home for everything that I use. Well, not everything. As I look on my desk, there's some stuff that I need to create home for. But like 90% of what I use for my devotion time, I've created a home for them. Like my Bible goes a specific place every time I'm not using it. My pens go to a specific place along with my highlighters. My devotional journal, the same. So create homes for the things that you use for your devotion time. And once you're finished with them, put them back in their home. The sixth step in having a morning routine that is not overwhelming, that is not exhausting, but very powerful, one that pours into you, is to make breakfast and sit down and eat it. Yep. Decide on what a healthy breakfast looks like for you. Make your breakfast, sit down and enjoy it. The final step in the 7-part morning routine idea is to follow what I call the 30-30 rule. The 30-30 rule is selecting 2 tasks, spend 30 minutes on each working on those tasks. So for example, if you're procrastinating on cleaning the house, make a list of what needs to get done. Set your timer for 30 minutes, work that list in the order written. Once that timer goes off, switch and go to the next task. Reset that timer for 30 minutes and follow the steps. Repeat this over and over until those 2 tasks have been completed. There will be times when these 2 tasks are not finished in the same day, and that's okay. If you have been following me and if you have been hearing, catching those little clues that I'm leaving, repetition is key. Repetition is the number one thing that you need to build to have a successful morning routine, one that you're able to stick to, one that works for you. So repeating this day in, day out will help you to build consistency, build discipline and structure around your mornings, which will boost your mood and will help you feeling accomplished before you step out of your house to go to work. Personally, for me, my 30-30 rule consists of a task around the home. So actually, I categorize them. So I have home management and purpose work. So to be honest, I have fallen off this and fall back on, fallen off, fall back on. But the pathway is created in my brain. And whenever I feel overwhelmed, whenever things are out of control, I know immediately, follow the 30-30 rule. So it consists of home management. I actually create a cleaning schedule, a weekly cleaning schedule that I follow, and also purpose work. So this is working on my ministry, whether that's writing a newsletter, whether that's recording a YouTube video, whether that's meeting with a client, whatever it is, I create a weekly schedule and I follow that. So that helps me to prioritize on the 2 most important categories in my life. I have a question for you. Would you like a checklist with the 7 habits that I shared with you today to have a morning routine that is not overwhelmed, one that helps you to be purposeful and intentional with your mornings? If that's you, check the description box. I have created a PDF download that's actually a checklist for you to follow each morning. I'm going to create a blank checklist as well Just in case you want to tweak the ideas that I shared with you here, or you just want to create your own from scratch, whatever it is, download that PDF guide to create that checklist and to be intentional, not worrying about what you should do when you should do them, because you got it right in your hand. Be sure to print it out. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Maybe it's on your bedside table or in your prayer room, somewhere where you go daily. Thank you for watching part 3 in my morning routine series. I pray that you have been blessed. I pray that you have received insight, your mindset has been renewed, and you start to see the benefit of having a morning routine. You feel capable, and you're no longer thinking, I cannot do this morning routine thingy. But you feel like you have the resources that you need, and all you need to do is to show up each day, build the consistency, put your reps in, and be assured that you will reap the fruit of your labor. Don't forget, this is a series, so join me next week for part 4, where I'll be sharing some morning routine habits for success. I look forward to seeing you in that video. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2 yet, please be sure to watch those. I'm going to create a playlist, and I'll link the playlist in the description if I can, for you to have easy access to it. If you have any questions about a morning routine or building your morning routine, be sure to leave them in the comment and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next week in my next video. Bye-bye.